Welcome to Theological Grazing.
There are so many things in life that take so long and so much effort and time and energy and money to create, and then can just be finished in a moment. Just be devoured or consumed in a moment. Think about a meal. If you're a mom, you've probably felt this way before, where you just slave away at dinner. You work hard. It is hard work sometimes to put dinner on the table. You know, especially if you're making something from scratch, if you're making real whole foods, it's a lot of work. You have to do a lot of prep work. There's a lot that goes into it. And then you set it down in front of your kids and they just devour it in a moment and are done and say, "What's next? Where's our treat?" That's what our kids will say. My wife and I, we haven't even started to eat. And they say, "All right, where's our treat?" We finished. What? You finished? How did you do that? My son the other day, this is just a little aside, my 7-year-old son the other day ate 2 full T-bone steaks. I just thought, man, what am I going to do when he's a grown man? When he's 16, what am I going to do? I'm going to put him to work. That's what. I mean, he already works well for us. So anyway, it just, you put so much time and energy and money into something and then it's just gone suddenly. Think about it. If you have ever made wine, which I haven't done, but I know folks who have. Think about the time it takes to make a good wine, to grow grapes, to press them, to ferment it, to bottle it, and then to let it sit and then to enjoy it. That's a lot of work. And if you share it with others especially, or if you drink a little too much, I mean, that thing will be gone in no time. A bottle of wine is gone in no time. Think about writing a book. This is something, I think I first, started to think about this idea. I was listening to N.D. Wilson, and he was talking about writing a book and how, he can spend a couple of years just pouring himself into a book, and it's just painstaking and difficult and grueling at times to go through the process. And then, an adolescent child will get the book, will read it in 2 sittings, and then be like, "Where's the next one?" Where's the next one? Yeah, so think about that. Like writing a book, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to write a book, and then all of a sudden it's just somebody just reads it quick, and they're done, and they move on to the next thing. Making a movie, making a TV show. Think about all the time and energy and everything that goes into that. And somebody sits down for an hour and a half, they get up and they're done. It's over. Think about just making lumber. Like a tree can grow for 100+ years, and then someone comes through, says, "That's a good tree for lumber," cut it down, make it into boards, done. It's over. That 100 years of slowly growing and getting what it needs from the soil and the sun and making it through hard times and loving it in the easier years, and then it's just gone. It's just over. I bring this up because there are so many things in the world like this. I think about it as a pastor. I put so much time and so much effort into working on whether it be making sermons, writing sermons, or doing other things, preparing Sunday school materials. And you spend all this time preparing, all this time working on it, and then it's over in 30 minutes. You stand up, you preach it, it's done. And usually, half the people that listened will probably be like, "Yeah, it could have been better. And, it was better last week," or, "I hope it gets better than this," or "I liked, this other preacher better." That's a common experience for a pastor. So many things in the world are like this. Why is that? I mean, it's because God wants it to be, but why? And I don't have definitive answers on this. I think there are definitive answers. I think the world has a telos, and even in things like this, we can discern that. And it seems to me, I could be wrong, but it seems to me because at the center of reality, as God has made it, is giving. It's giving. And because God is a God who gives himself, creation is going to reflect that. There's going to be so much that you just give. You just give, and you will spend your whole life doing things that will go to others, and they will quickly use and be done with, because we're made to just give of ourselves. Our lives are meant to be given. Our time is meant to be given. Our money is meant to be given. I don't know if this is why God has made the world the way he has, but it seems to me that this would fit. It fits him. It fits his character. And I think it makes a lot of sense that many of our endeavors as people are things where we have to give and give and give, and that is the joy. That is the focus, the emphasis is on the giving as opposed to the receiving. And that is actually how we receive the glory and honor that God has made possible for us to receive.
Well, that's all, folks. If you could help me out, rate and review this podcast, share it with a friend, go ahead and email me if you have any questions. We're out.